What's going on, folks? Welcome back. That's right, we just got smoked by another storm. Fortunately, not here at the house, but the lease, according to Chris, is absolutely destroyed. He called me this morning and said, we've got a problem. I've never seen this much destruction in timber in my life. And I'm like, you're kidding me, dude. So long story short, we had another giant storm roll through last night. Like, unfortunately, it was a little bit south of my house, so like this all looks pretty well put together. Nothing really changed, but it sounds like the lease got hit really, really hard. So we're gonna go down there today, assess the damage, make a plan, and hopefully nothing is too destroyed. We've got hunting tower blinds out there, like 5 of them. We've got tree stands. That's where we've got the pit blinds. So there's some stuff that's up in the air, right? That if big trees fell down, I'm gonna imagine that probably all of our hawk tower blinds are gone. That would be like worst case scenario. I'm hoping that they're all still standing, or at least some of them, because deer season is right around the corner. But I want to start the day off with these guys. Figured better come get these guys fed, because now I'm gonna spend the rest of the day at the lease cleaning up a freaking mess. So Ralph's still alive. I know we haven't shown big boy Ralph in a while. How you doing, big boy? He hadn't changed. And donkeys, yep, donkeys are still doing donkey things. Jimmy still got nuts. Carlos is still pony. Isn't that right, Carlos? You having a good day, Carlos? What do you think, Carlos? You're just glad the wind didn't take your barn out for the 4th time. This year has been insane for weather. So, like I said, I just want to give these guys a little bit of food, a little bit of water, check on them. This is like hopefully the last hot day. I am over the heat, to be honest with you. We are just right around the corner for hunting season. Speaking of that, ducksbucks.com did just launch, which will be linked down in the description down below, but we're doing a hunt giveaway. So if you've never been hunting, or you love to hunt and would want to come out with us, we're giving away a all expenses paid hunt to come with us for teal season. You, a buddy, we fly you out, you come teal hunting, and it ends August 31st. On August 31st, we're gonna announce a winner. We're gonna fly you out within the next couple weeks, because teal season is only from September 1st to September 14th. This is by far the shortest giveaway. So every $5 that you spend at ducksbucks.com automatically will enter you to win the giveaway. Like I said, it'll be linked down below. Whether you need calls, choke tubes, shoes, boots, hoodies, hats, t-shirts, lanyards, you name it, duck hunting, deer hunting, ducksbucks.com has it all. And like I said, every $5 that you spend will automatically enter you to win a hunting trip with us. Like, so we'll fly you and a buddy out in like the next couple weeks, which would be pretty cool. So with that being said, let's get these guys fed. Hey, how you doing? Hey, look, your head's not stuck in the fence. Hey, we're making progress. There you go. Here you go, big boy. Pork chop, let's go, pork chop. Big Deb, you're still alive, Deb. There you go, Debbie. Debbie's still kicking, believe it or not. Somehow she made it. If you guys remember, we got Deb. Debbie had a friend and came down here one day and blinded by the light. Not by me, I didn't do nothing, but I don't know. Deb's partner in crime didn't make it. Then we got Pork Chop, which they're not the same technically breed of pigs, but hey, they seem to be getting along pretty good. Last but not least, my boy Theo's still here too. He's made, like, when I say these animals have made it from hell and back, okay? I mean, you can see they need, all this needs replaced still. Blame insurance, okay? This thing right here still needs, like, we'll get it before winter. Right now, it's not the end of the world. They still have some shade, but the fact that Theo is still alive and with us, honestly, a miracle, because the tornado took both of these kennels. This kennel right here, that kennel right here, gone. And the rabbits ran wild for weeks. We did lose some of them, okay? We've only got, I think, Theo and like 2 or 3 of his daughters, okay? I think Sheila's MIA, but hey, for the most part, everybody made it, including my big boy Theo. Isn't that right? You hanging out in the nice shade corner, aren't you? So like I said, I know I haven't shown the animals for a while. We've been super busy with the Ducks Bucks HQ and Beefcake, but I just want to let you guys know they're still here. They're alive. They're well. I ain't selling no. Yeah, did you sell Ralph? No, I ain't selling no Ralph. So everybody's good to go. Like I said, thank God the storm did not hit my house. I don't know if I could handle another one. I'll be honest. I don't wish this upon my worst enemy. Dealing with insurance, dealing with the bank, trying to get stuff fixed. I mean, the only thing that really we've gotten fixed in my house is a roof. We still don't have garage doors. We still don't have windows. We still don't have doors. The siding still needs painted. We've got like a mold treatment guy coming in. Like, it's just a absolute mess. But fingers crossed we get her done before winter. That's the plan. Speaking of messes, we'll see you guys at the lease. Alrighty, folks. Well, this is what we're dangling with. Yeah, Chris wasn't lying when he said this is a big rig, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and just take a stab and say that, yeah, I think we're gonna need more than the mini excavator and the skid loader, okay? This might be one of the biggest trees I've ever seen, at this point. So, like I said, we got some of it got cut up, like these light branches over here. That's what kind of all this came from. But that, Chris said he wasn't sure exactly what to do. So, we've got some equipment out here with some chainsaws, and we're gonna try to dive into it. And what I was told is this isn't the only tree that's down on the property, but I haven't really been around to see what else we're dangling with. Let me get through these branches and go show you guys how just big, the sheer size of this tree is honestly mind-blowing. And what's even crazier is, like, how did this tree survive the tornado that we had in April, but not this? Like, that's what blows my mind, is like, there's so much storm damage. Like, we, thankfully at my house, didn't hardly get anything, but there was like, I don't know, you know, a couple 100,000 people that I think were out of power for like a week from this, which is crazy. Maybe not a couple 100,000, I think it's like maybe 70,000, but holy crap, look at that. God, that is the, I don't know if this does it justice, okay? That is the biggest tree I think I've ever seen. I didn't even know this tree. What does the root ball in this sucker look like? God dang, son. Look at that. I don't know if I can even, let me see if I can get to the back side of this thing without getting, oh yeah, nah. I ain't walking through there. Dude, this is the biggest tree. And of course, so this is the road right here that then goes back. So we can't get anything, basically any equipment back here or anything like that. So we got to figure it out. There's no way the skid and the mini are going to handle anything like this though. And like, how does one cut a tree that's, I mean, the diameter, I'm standing next to the trunk and it's, I mean, this thing's got to be probably 10 to 11 foot in diameter, just the trunk. How does one chainsaw that? I have absolutely no idea. It also seems kind of dangerous if you were to start cutting this thing. I mean, obviously, like, I could probably get that little chunk maybe cut up and some stuff off the tip, but that is the biggest. I'd be crazy to like figure out how old this sucker is. And I don't know if there's any way you could even do that, but this is the absolute biggest tree I think I've ever seen. All right, I'm gonna try to walk back here and get a better angle. I just gotta get rid of this rig, okay? This thing, I don't really like that. I'm curious if I can get back where the root ball was, see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're coming. Oh my, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at the root ball, son. Look at the root ball. What in the Sam hell? Dude, look at this. This doesn't give it, I don't know if, like, we gotta get Jake over here. He's gotta see this too. This is just, I probably shouldn't stand up under it too much, but that is this, like the diameter of the root ball, it's gotta be 12 foot. This thing is giant. I don't even know if the big excavator could handle something like, I mean, those are the roots. That's like 8 inches in diameter. Look at the root system. So this just must have been a really old, maybe even potentially dying tree. I mean, that's like the size of a car. I know it's hard for you to understand how big this is, but like the hole that it just left in the ground is like, I could fit a compact car in this hole right here. This is absolutely insane. I don't know how many other trees are down on the property. We need to probably pop the drone up and see what other trees are down and figure out what we're gonna even do. Like, obviously the mini and the skid, I don't think it's gonna be possible to really do a lot with this one. We might be able to cut off some stuff off the tips and maybe make a path that goes around it. But as far as clearing it out of the way, oh, there we go. I don't know if it's possible. Even the big excavator, I don't think could do it. I mean, that is the biggest tree I've ever seen in my entire life. Hands down, the absolute biggest tree. All right, well, we're gonna pop the drone up. I wanna see what other trees are down on the property. Hopefully this is the only one that's this big. It sucks, because I mean, I don't know. The thing's probably 100 years old, a couple 100 years old maybe. And maybe it was rotted out and that's why it fell, but oh my, it's absolutely massive. How far do you think you're gonna push that sucker?
I think we can get it at least 6 inches.
Hey, that's honestly better than I would have guessed. What do you think it's gonna do?
Nothing.
That is the biggest tree I've ever seen.
Might be able to move these little twigs.
I was gonna say, I think we're gonna do Operation Twig real quick, okay? Cause let's just get warmed up, okay? I'm gonna hop in the mini. Chris is in there. If we need a saw, are you on saw duty or what are you thinking?
I'll cut.
Big chainsaw guy. I think let's just clean up what we can, and then Jake hasn't seen the backside of it. We'll clean this up and we'll make a path. Rip to the corn over here. You just have to deal with it.
Neighbor.
Sorry, you got rip. Okay, we're gonna clear this through here so that way we can at least get around this tree, and then we're gonna see. I don't think there's any way we could push it. I don't even know if the 300 excavator could really do it, but let's get this spot cleared out so at least we can get around it, and we'll go see what other trees fell out here on the lease. You guys stay tuned. Now here we go. First tree is as good as it's probably gonna get. We got a bunch of the branches shoved that way. We got a bunch of branches shoved that way. This is what we're left with, is the trunk dreams are made of, okay? Let me know, how old do you think this sucker is? I mean, it's gotta be, I would say at least 100. I think you do the ring counting thing, and I don't know if that necessarily applies to just the base trunk or this deal here. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but we got as much of it cleared up as we possibly can. At least we can get around it now to go to the next one. So that's where we're headed now. Is Chris is taking down the mini. Sandy. We're gonna go, we found one on the drone by the watering hole. So we've got a hawk tower blind over there that we'll climb into and kind of see what it looks like. But we had a watering hole right in the middle. And we actually hung some tree stands last year, and that's where I shot a doe last year out of those tree stands. And it looked like, from the drone, it looked like they were pretty much ka-chowed, and they got completely blown over. So we're gonna head that way, kind of start cleaning up that way. And then we did look on the drone. It looked like there might have been something over towards the duck plot. But here, show them the POV of how big this sucker is in comparison here. It ain't small.
Two of you.
It's oh yeah, you gotta look at this too now that we have a path. The root ball of this thing says it's the size of a compact car. Holy, look at this. Hang on, let me get down in there. Look at that. Big old root. I mean, where are you gonna do this?
Hit one.
Might have to put a blind here. Could be a good spot, the creek right here. So big Sheila's gonna need reinforcement. I called Chad, the dirt guy, and asked him. He's well versed in large objects, and he said he thinks the big excavator can do it, not all in one go. He said he's got a chainsaw that might be able to take care of this thing. I said, Chad, it's 12 foot in diameter. I'm not sure how good a chainsaw is gonna be. He says he's got a plan. So we'll have to come back probably tomorrow or the next day with the big excavator, work on this. We're gonna head over to the watering hole and see what we're dangling with. You guys stay tuned. All right, made it to the next spot. So this is a watering hole area, okay? So let me get situated here. Looks like we got a few branch deals. Yeah, remember that? I sat there and I injured a doe out of that tree stand right up there. Yeah, we never found it. That was the first one we had last year. That was the first deer we shot at the lease last year when we first got it. And well, that was also the poison ivy tree. So honestly, good call. Taking this sucker out. We don't really need him. So we got to figure out, oh, wow, that's a pretty good sized branch. I mean, it really took out a few of them suckers up there. So we got this big dog here, which we should be able to manage with the equipment we've got here. And then this was the watering hole. So like I said, we got brand new hawk blind up there. So we'll go check out the POV of that. But this was, remember that clear watering hole? We set traps, like raccoon traps in it last year. So you can see it right here, covered by trees. It looks like basically the wind came basically from like the west, southwest area and kind of just laid everything. I mean, look how actually all of those trees are leaning a little bit. Even the ones that are still standing, they're giving it a little bit of a lean. So it pretty much just came through here, wiped everything out. So we'll see if we can do a little bit of work on here. Since we are having to bring out the big excavator anyways, it's not the end of the world, but like, yeah, we might be able to knock some of these trees down. Now, the one thing to consider is since we do have this as a watering hole and the blinds right there, this is kind of a cool little spot for a little tent blind or something, but we might actually utilize the tree to help push the deer where we want to push them, if that makes sense. You know, if we want them to come on the north side of their watering hole, we put the tree on the south side. But dang, look at them root balls, son. I mean, it just straight up picked them up out of the ground and laid them down. Same thing over here. Just, I mean, what are you gonna do now? You got these freaking craters. Dude, look at that. Look at that, huh? You see a turkey? That is,
oh yeah, there he goes.
huh? Oh yeah, oh, there he is. There he is. Go stand in there. Look how big. This is like one of the smaller ones.
Bigger than me.
Yeah, so probably gonna need the 300 to maneuver that sucker, but again, maybe we can lop a few. I just want to clean it up to make sure we kind of know what we're dangling with, assess the damage a little bit, clear out the watering hole the best we can. Looks like we might have a couple over there, which don't really matter. Honestly, it's not really hurting anything. We don't have any blinds over there, stands over there, anything like that. And surprisingly, this lane's clear. Like, how in the heck did those not get absolutely yeeted is beyond me. It is crazy seeing it, like literally every single tree is leaning. I mean, it probably had all these trees freaking bent over, and the tallest ones with the weakest root system just went flying down. So we're gonna come around here, we'll clean up kind of what we can, then I'm gonna climb up in the hawk blind. We've got like 4 of them set out here, and remember those were the ones at the, oh, look at that, little buck poop, look at that. Those are the ones that were like, when my shop collapsed from the tornado, we saved them, we put them all up out here. So we'll give you guys a little tour of those suckers, and we want to make sure that if we're up there hunting, this makes sense, because right now it just kind of looks like a kind of a mess right now. So anyways, we're gonna get this sucker cleared up, get everything around here, and we'll see you guys up in the blind. Stay tuned. is complete. So honestly, I think it worked in our favor the way that this tree is dangling, because what we did is we actually ended up piling it. We still have a little bit to grab out of the middle, but besides that, what we do is we actually piled up a perimeter here. So that way, if you're a deer or any wildlife for that matter, and you want to get a sit, okay, the path of least resistance is right here, which just so happens to be right there, and about 35, 40 yards from the blind. So, and then this tree that's actually laying down, I opted not to do anything with it, because unless they go through that canopy tunnel, which they might, and lay it down, they should walk around there, which would get them even closer to that blind, if that makes sense. We'll go open that blind, I'll show you kind of what we're dangling with. It's a little, honestly, the watering hole it's a far shot with a bow. I mean, it's over 40 yards, so it's not super close. So my hope is that you can get the deer to walk here to go there, and that'll cut off, probably 10 yards for you. So we'll go up in the new hawk here and show you POV action, but Chris is gonna go take the Mini over to the Teal pond, and that's where we saw on the drone there was a big old tree that was down. So we're gonna end up checking that out next. The Mini's doing better than I thought, taking some of these bigger branches down. Obviously it can't handle big Sheila out there, but it's doing pretty good the rest of it. So here's the creek. The creek's now pretty dry. Remember when we first got the new side-by-side, the new Ranger, we went through the water? Now there's like no water basically. So, but this blind, brand spanking new, ready to rock and roll. This will probably be one of the more hunted blinds this year out of all of them that we've got kind of situated. But you pop in here, this was actually one of the only of the blinds that did get a little tore up from the nadir, if I remember. Yeah, this one right here. See, it's got a little that action, but we got these nice little curtains now, okay, that have magnets in them. Look at that. So that way you can keep it nice and dark, besides where you're obviously trying to shoot. Brand new muddy chairs with the wheels, that way we're mobile with it. But I'll crack this open and show you POV. All right, so now you can see what we're dangling with. So they come right around that corner between us and them. That's probably, I bet to that edge of that corner is probably 30-ish yards. I think to the watering hole might be like 35, 40, if I remember right. But at least this year, they should not be, before they would basically want to come from the south and enter from the south. Now, if they want a little sippy, you got to come to the north. We're gonna make sure the deer do what we want them to do. And so that's a huge clover plot there. And we've got the feeder there, okay? The feeder, you can't feed here in this state. So that will be gone come season. So you wards watch, you can relax.
With little peak holes.
Really?
Look at that. You just, nope, no deer.
I think these are gonna help because it'll keep, when the sun's shining, we're not lit up, especially during rifle season. We look like a bunch of traffic cones up here, bobbing our head and eating jerky and whatnot. So that'll help that situation. But you can see here, we've got clover plot there. There's clover right behind there. I guess that's the only thing for rifle. We might want to consider trimming this tree just so we can shoot through the other lane.
You shot one like a mountain.
Yeah, the one right there. So yeah, we can get a pulse off of that though. We don't have to use, if we use the big excavator or the Mini, it would be kind of a ordeal. But either way, it looks good. And of course, obviously the leaves will fall off too, by the time rifle happens. So we just might have to trim some twigs. We should be in business. But hey, when life gives you fallen trees, you force the deer to get closer to you. Or something. We'll see you guys at the other spot. Shoo! We're at the next spot. So we are at the Teal pond. As you can see, we got the Teal pond and then the world's largest tree. This was the raccoon tree. You guys remember this? We did some trap videos. We had dog proofs right down there. Okay, I'm sitting there. Raccoons, I guarantee, are probably up in this tree right now hanging out. This one is not as big as the other one, but dang near. Okay, pretty dang close. This one, I'm not as surprised it fell over because it was pretty much hollowed out. But yeah, I mean, this thing's got to be, dude, that's got to be hundreds of years old. I mean, absolute giant. So can't hardly see great, but there's a blind over there. We got our feeder over there. So we'll take you up there and show you that. But Chris is taking the Mini around there. I told him, let's just start on this side. This one's definitely gonna need the big excavator, like not even a question, because these are giant, cottonwood branches. They're not real lightweight. So we're just gonna try to start hacking at some of these branches here. We do have the chainsaw, so we might do a little bit of slicing and dicing. But I mean, this right here is a giant trunk. Luckily, it's split into two. The other one, it just seemed like the whole root ball came up. So if that was the case here, I think this tree would be about the same dang size. But this was, I mean, I guess good for me, because now the raccoons won't be living here. But this was like literally their freaking penthouse. Okay, it was absolute giant ass hollow tree here. You can see it's hollow up there. They're living in there. I mean, you got raccoon poop still sitting right there, hanging out. We've got a double stand actually back in that corner, which now doesn't really do a whole lot for us, I guess, now that I think about it. We'll have to re-strategize. I don't know where we're gonna push. Again, we're probably gonna utilize the trees to funnel the deer where we want them to go. This is supposed to be kind of like a wheat plot, also gonna be probably more of a dove plot anyways, plus you've got your duck spot. So a little bit of multi-species action, if you will, here. So I don't know how many deer are actually gonna show up over here, or what we're gonna do, but I know we're not moving this or what I'm standing on right now. We're just gonna try to trim some limbs and get them out of the way, clean it all up, and then yeah, big dog excavators have to come in and do some work out here, because this one is giant. Alrighty, folks. Well, that one actually went a lot better than I planned. Okay, that sucker, hey, it does a lot more damage than you would think. You just gotta learn how to use it. It's good at digging. It's good at pulling. Not good at flicking. It's not good at going right and left, but it's good at. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I was able to snap some stuff off, as you guys saw. So all we've got left are 2 giant trunks. Okay, which should be pretty easy. It should take about a minute or 2 with the big rig, but we were able to kind of push everything in the woods and get it kind of situated. And then now you can actually see we got a brand new hawk blind up there as well. So that thing's sitting there ready to rock and roll, looking over this food plot. We got the teal pond here. We got the big duck pond right there. So there's one other one that we saw on drone that looked pretty big that's laying in the middle of our food plot, completely on the west side. And that's where we took a muddy blind and we actually moved it to the south. So we'll go show you that. It's a pretty cool little area, and I think we'll probably end up shooting some deer over there. So we're gonna truck all the equipment over there for one last final tree. Otherwise, we gotta get Chad the dirt guy out here with his equipment to, well, my excavator, his expertise, if you will, try to get Big Sheila out of the way. Stay tuned. We made it to the, hopefully, fingers crossed, last spot for the day. But this is the, I don't even know what you'd call it, the corner of death, I hope, fingers crossed. So we've got beans here, we got corn here. This strip right here is gonna be brassicas. This is screening. This is a bridge, I guess you would call it, or like a crossing that we ended up kind of clearing out earlier this spring. And it goes over there to basically the other side. So what we think is the deer bed in that timber. They walk across this little crossing, and then they've got a buffet. If you want brassicas, you want beans, you want corn, it's all gonna happen right here. And if you're a little deer minding your own business and you're just munching away, you look up, wabam, I'll be sitting in that freaking box up there, ready to shoot you. So I'm gonna climb up there right now and see what it's looking like, see if we need to make any adjustments. But there's just one tree over on that side, and then that's pretty, for big stuff, that's pretty much it that we can accomplish with the equipment that I currently have on site. Like I said, Chad and the big rig are gonna have to make the venture here to take care of it. But oh yeah, I'm calling it right now, something's gonna die from while I'm sitting up here. It's who nut. Bunch of litters, that's all I know. All right, I'm gonna shoot something from up here. I don't know what. Something's gonna get shot. All right, let's see if I can get situated here with the door. There it is. All right, home sweet home or something. So you sit down. Oh, they're so dead. Good, God bless. I mean, look what we got dangling over here. Look at that. That right there is right at the crossing. I'm gonna sit here and just draw back the whole time. Full hunt right here. Whatever crosses, bounce down, you know what I'm saying? And if they come from the north, you still have that. And if for some reason, you know, maybe the wind's blowing out of the west, or they can't wind us, heck, we can let them start walking right here, and I might spear them suckers to get close enough. So we got corn here, beans here, eventually gonna plant brassicas here. This is probably my favorite blind on the property at this point. I really think the big bucks are gonna hang out in that timber, and they're gonna meander over here, and if we get a strong west wind, they ain't gonna see us or smell us, hopefully. So we're venture over there, take care of that, go ahead and take care of that last tree, and then we'll call Chad the dirt guy and see what we can make happen with the big dog. Stay tuned. Shit, that's right, baby. We got a big excavator. Chad the dirt guy is out here to get her done, baby. Look at that. Let's see it. Let's see it. Yeah. If that puts in perspective how big it is, if you understand how big that machine is, you would understand how big that tree is. It ain't a small tree. I'm just gonna say that. Oh God, you get it. Yeah. Let's see it snap. I want to see it. Yeah. Yeah. That's why we got Big Sheila, okay? She don't take no flack, all right? She's getting, oh God, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, Chad's getting out already.
I'll make a couple cuts.
All right, chainsaw baby, here we go. So yeah, this was the one that this is the Big Sheila. This is the world's largest tree. So now we got everything, it looks like he kind of got everything kind of situated. He's got the biggest chainsaw I've ever seen, by the way. And he's gonna start making some cuts, that way we can start stacking the logs. Most importantly, we gotta get it off the road. Because right now, this is what the road looks like now. It's just an absolute swamp. So we gotta get this sucker off the road. And then we got the other one over there by the deer, dove, duck area that we kind of ended at earlier in today's video. So we're gonna see, I'll show you guys how big this chainsaw is. It ain't small. I told you it wasn't small. That's gotta be the sharpest chainsaw I've ever seen. Look how big it is, dude. That's what I call Chad. So I got wood that's about yay big. He goes, no, I got the right saw for you. That's also the sharpest blade, or he's really good at running it. Either way, this tree is like the most dense. I mean, look at this. It is the most dense tree you ever seen. I mean, it's solid. So sounds like he's gonna make a few more cuts, get it ready to pick up, pile up, and we will officially have our road back. Yeah, stay tuned. Made quick work. That is why we got big old machines, Chad the Dirt Guy, and a chainsaw, because there you go. It is cleared out. Big tree is piled up, ready to go. Look, I think I climbed to the top of that, shoot ducks down there. Maybe I should climb up there and show you, because we got the creek back here, and I bet the ducks are gonna get pretty fired up about it at some point. Oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that leap. Oh yeah, there it is. Now you can see it. I'm sure I could. I just don't really know if I want to break an ankle today.
Can we shoot ducks sitting on top of that log?
100%. If we could get up to that log, I could shoot ducks right here. So there's Chad. He's going to the other one. So that one's the last one that we're gonna mess with. We have the watering hole one. Honestly, I think we just leave it. I think we're gonna do more destruction taking that 300 in there than what it's probably worth. So we're gonna go to the last one, and then more importantly, we're gonna give you guys an update on the Teal pond, because we've got water in it finally, and it's looking really good. So we'll see you guys over there. Shoo! We're at the final tree, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, excavators here. Chad the Dirt Guy's gonna do this, but look at this. That is Teal paradise, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the marsh filled up, and in fact, we've actually got it going under the culvert and draining into the creek. So that right there is gonna fill the creek that's behind here, and that's the creek that basically runs through the whole property. So our plan is, we've got like one open spot. Oh, look out. Hey, how you doing? There it is. There it is. We've got one big open spot where we think we can actually duck hunt the creek, which would be crazy. I absolutely love that kind of hunting. It's what we used to do at the OG farm, where you just sit on the bank and you smack the birds as they come by. Yeah, you just smack the birds as they come by. So we're doing two things in one. We've got the water all the way at the other side. It's getting pumped in, which is keeping this thing full. And then we've got this board system. I'll show you here if I can get down to it. Right there, we've got boards, so you can add them. And basically, you get to basically pick the depth of the water that you want. So for teal, you just need like a shallow marsh. So this is perfect. And we've got tons of just like natural barnyard grass, smart weed, stuff like that. All this stuff, like that's natural duck food. It's basically a natural millet, if you will. And so the whole thing is natural millet, barnyard grass. And so we ended up mowing the middle of it to give us a kill hole. And then we've got a spot kind of right over here for a blind. And then obviously the pit blind's over there. So as we're filling it up, we're letting it drain down, which is going to fill the creek. So not only will hopefully we have a teal hunting spot, but then we have, you know, a creek spot, which could be teal. You know, obviously big duck season, maybe your wood ducks would get fired up in there. Mallards eventually would get fired up in there. So the idea is we're going to have multiple spots. Last year, that when we first leased this place, we actually never even hunted this. All we did was we made the big impoundment and we never hunted the creek. So we went from one hunting spot on this property for ducks to 3 all in one go. So in the matter of time that I just explained what this is, Chad looks like he's pretty much got things handled and situated. So I'm glad that we brought the big excavator and it made quick work of it. But fingers crossed the teal show up, because the food's here, the water's here. It's just got to get cold for them teal. Shoo! Just like that, Chad the Dirt Guy is in and out. So that's where the tree was, okay? Not a small one by any means. Now it's laying over there. Now it's laying over there. But here's the good news. The deer won't sneak up behind you.
They're gonna come in like right there.
They can't sneak. They ain't gonna be able to pull one on you, okay? Now he's got basically a barrier here where if they want to walk down, they can walk right here. And then we've got our tower blind right here ready to give them the old wham stinking bang.
Kind of sad though, that was a great raccoon tree.
Yeah, that was like the ultimate raccoon tree. I mean, that was the raccoon tree dreams are made of. But they'll find another one, I'm assuming. So that's what we got dangling out here, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Not really what was on the agenda, but it needed done. And yeah, I don't know. It just like, I'm a magnet for storms, apparently. We got tornado at my house. We got hail at my house. And then we got wind here at the lease that blew down some giant trees. But it is cleared out, you know, minus the screening here that kind of got destroyed. Not a ton of damage was done. Now we can get in and out of the property. And now that the teal pond is full, we're ready for teal hunting. We're ready for dove hunting. We're ready for deer hunting. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting, Flair, we want to see hunting videos. Me too, damn it, but it ain't hunting season yet. It's almost. We're talking like we're a week out, and it's gonna be hunting video after hunting video after hunting video. Catch and cook after catch and cook after catch and cook, which I know which is a lot of what you guys want to see. So stay tuned. Trust me, I want to get out there and start getting the old wham bam, just like you guys want to see us go out there and harvest. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and peace.